Hello everyone, welcome back to the Learning and Development channel. Today we are going to discuss human resource life cycle. This video speaks about practical aspects of HR generalist profile and it is helpful for those who are preparing for HR technical round of interview. So let us get into the details. This speaks about basic functions of HR, which starts with manpower planning, recruitment, induction, human resource life cycle documentation, attendance system, IDS system, payroll, performance management system, statutory compliances, followed by employee relations, record, human resource information system and notice board. So the very first aspect of human resource life cycle is manpower planning. It is about the planning human resource requirement in consultation with HOD of different functional areas. Here we calculate the budgeted manpower of the department, identify the actual manpower available with the organization. The difference between the budgeted and actual manpower leads to the requirement of the manpower. So once we are aware about the requirement of manpower, the next step is recruitment. Now recruitment is about utilizing the best practices in attracting a good response through the job portal, placement agencies, database and referrals, sharing a job description with them for different vacancies available and screening and shortlisting the resumes from the database. Now the recruitment comprises of HR preliminary round of interview followed by technical round of interview with the department followed by final round of interview with the managing director of the organization. Once the candidate has been finalized, the HR interview takes place where we decide about the salary and notice period. And then we reach to the date of joining of the individual along with the documents that needs to be carried on the date of joining and leads to the reference check. Once the candidate has joined the organization, another important aspect is induction or orientation. An induction program is the important process for bringing staff into the organization. It provides an introduction to the working environment and setup of staff employees in the organization. Usually induction is of 2 days. First day comprises of introduction to the employees and along with the property round. Joining formalities like employee form, bank form, insurance form, PF, ESIC and gratuity forms etc. And handing over the induction kit which comprises of stationery and employee handbook which comprises of HR policies and procedures along with the induction PPT which speaks about company profile. Second day of induction comprises of placement of an individual in the department, making him understand the roles and responsibility of that individual, along with any ERP or SAP training in the organization. Another important aspect is human resource life cycle documentation, which is divided into the 4 categories. The first category is HR entry documentation, which comprises of employee file, offer letter and appointment letter. The midterm documentation comprises of confirmation letter, appraisal letter and promotion letter. Exit documentation comprises of experience letter, relieving letter and clearance certificate. And disciplinary documentations like warning letter, show cause notice, explanation and termination letter, which is purely on the case-to-case basis. The very important function of HR is maintaining the attendance system. The attendance system is maintained either manually or in the software. If we are maintaining a attendance in the manually, then it has to be in the form of register and muster roll register. If it is on the software, then following details need to be fed in like roster, holiday list, leave record, attendance interface and exit entry of the employee. Now, every organization is having either ERP or SAP system in the organization where we need to feed the data of employees, new joinees entries, CTC breakup, exit entry of the individual, which leads to the several reports. Now, payroll is the monthly responsibility of the HR department, which requires an input from attendance, which is maintained manually and biometrics, leave updation in terms of casual leave, sick leave, earned leave, comp off and holiday leaves, etc. Earning can be taken into account with the help of arrears, service charge, bonus, incentive, etc. Deductions can be taken into account with the TDS, mobile deduction, advances or loans, which helps us in payroll processing. Now, once the payroll has been processed, The payslip needs to be generated and distributed among the employees. They needs to be counseled for their grievances related to the payment, leaves and deductions, followed by comparison of payroll of the current month with the previous month. Another important aspect of HR life cycle is performance management system, which helps us in evaluating the individual's performance. Ideally, it is maintained twice in a year, like the employees who has joined between January to June are entitled for appraisal in next year, April, and employees who has joined between July to December are eligible for appraisal next year, October cycle. Managing the appraisal process across the level with the help of performance appraisal rating and performance appraisal form. Once they have been reviewed and appraised, the distribution of appraisal letter and promotion letter takes place. Simultaneously, updation of ERP system and manual records takes place. Statutory compliances is an important aspect. Minimum wage needs to be reviewed twice in a year, which is basically on half-yearly basis, categorically in the month of April and October. Employee Provident Fund challan needs to be furnished monthly basis, ESIC challan on monthly basis. Labor Welfare Fund submission takes place half-yearly basis, categorically in the month of January and July, and food handler test on monthly basis. Training takes into account preparing a training calendar for the behavioral and technical training, preparing a training module for them, and while delivering training, attendance forms needs to be circulated. At the end of training, a training evaluation form needs to be furnished and training analysis reports takes place accordingly. Employee engagement is an important aspect for the healthy manpower in the organization, which can be led through the birthday celebration of the individuals, town hall activity, which comprises of any fun activity or employee of the month activity, CSR activity like plantation, blood donation, eye donation and visit to the orphanage, and any other departmental activity that enhance their skills. Employee relation is policy updation and communication to ensure that all employees are aware about the HR policies, building up a good rapport with the employees for the comfortable communication between HR and employees, coordination between management and employees to ensure effective employee and employer relationship, and ensuring prompt resolution of employee grievances. Record keeping comprises of maintaining a payroll record like leave record, muster roll, register, biometrics and payroll reports, etc. Statutory records like PF, ESIC, LWF, labor case record, food handler medical records, etc. And miscellaneous records like consultancy records, recruitment records, maintaining a record for identity card, name tag, salary account, visiting card and telephonic numbers. Notice board is the one source communication to the employees apart from emails, which needs to be maintained with monthly roster, birthday calendar, holiday list, employee of the month, inter-office memorandums and PF, ESIC bonus, shop establishment abstracts, etc. Thank you.